Hi, welcome to my latest video. Today I'm going to be trying out this Autel Diagnostics tool. This is the Autel AP200 vehicle diagnostics plug-in module, which connects by Bluetooth to an app on the smartphone and will allow you to read fault codes and reset various warnings and errors and things like that. I'm also hoping that it can give me a bit of data about the engine, such as boost and air intake temperature and things like that. So I bought this on Amazon and it was about £60. And I was a little bit worried after I bought it because I heard reports that there are quite a few counterfeit grey import equivalents coming in labelled as genuine Autel devices, but if you plug them in they could potentially damage my engine's computer, or maybe they just don't work properly. This one was bought on Amazon, and what I did is I emailed what appeared to be the official Autel store. Okay, there is a website called Autel Sale Co UK, and I emailed them asking if the items on Amazon were genuine, and the reply I got was quite a sort of strange, unprofessional reply. The person clearly didn't really speak English and just said, hello friend, we don't know, we're just the dealer, good day. And it left me slightly kind of baffled really. I'm thinking, well, okay, so maybe the official store is not genuine either and is not official, possibly the same people that are selling them through Amazon. So I managed in the end to track down an Autel contact, an email address for Autel in the UK, for the real Autel. And I emailed them and got a reply back saying that the items on Amazon are not genuine, they're grey imports, so beware. Which left me a little bit worried. I thought, oh dear, I'm not going to plug this in. I'm going to have to send it back and get a refund. About an hour later, I got another email from someone else at Autel saying, don't worry, it's fine. The ones on Amazon are genuine and it'll be okay. So I just don't know really now. I think there's only one way to find out, and that is to plug this in. Now, one of my YouTube viewers, a guy called Matthew, had a bright idea. He said that when you install the app, you have to scan the 2D barcode in order to sort of verify the device and get it to kind of connect up. So I was looking at this and I was thinking, well, 2D barcode, we've got a 1D barcode and another couple of 1D barcodes there. Is it maybe under that label? But had I read his comment clearly and properly, I'd have realised the 2D barcode is there. It's on the side of the device. I'm wondering if I can actually read that through the packaging without actually taking it out, and that way, if it doesn't recognise the device, it doesn't work, I'll be sending this back. But if it does, sounds like it's genuine, so we'll go for it and we'll plug it in. Now, in order to show you the app, which is on my phone, which I'm using to film this, I'm going to switch over filming to my little GoPro camera here and continue the video filming using that so that you can see the app on my phone. So what I'll do is I will go to App Store now, because I use an iPhone. I'm going to go to App Store and download the app. It looks like an AP200 app, possibly with a little icon of a car and an engine. So I will go and find that app and I'll download that and run it up, and I'll start filming again at that point, and hopefully it'll ask me to scan this 2D barcode on the side there. Okay, I've installed the app. So the app is available for download from the App Store for iPhone, and for Android it's probably available from the Play Store or whatever the Android equivalent is for Samsung and other Android phones. So what you do is download the app, and then you're presented with a screen where you have to log in, but of course if it's the first time you're using it, you have to click register and then put in your email address and a password and click a button to send you a verification code by email, which went into my junk folder. So by the time I'd found that and got the code, there is a sort of a countdown that is counting down, and it only gives you about 30 seconds to kind of get that code, get it out of your email, type it in, make a password, repeat the password and click the button. Now the countdown had actually run out when I clicked the button, but it still took it. I think the countdown is the time it gives you to go and get the verification code from the email. Once you've typed that in, then you can ignore the countdown, and then you don't have to rush to put in your password. Another way to do it would be to set the password and confirm the password first, then click the button to get the verification code, and then get it from your email, put that in, and then complete the whole thing within the countdown. So a little bit tricky to get that set up. Once you have verified with the code and set an email and password, you're then taken to a second page which asks for a code, not a verification code, but some other code, sort of the device pairing code. It doesn't actually say it's the 2D barcode on the side of the device, but when I clicked the button to go and read the code, it then asked me if I wanted to allow the app to use my camera. So I said yes, pointed the camera at the 2D barcode on the side of the device there, and it read it, and it had some numbers in the field, and then I sort of continued, agreed to the T's and C's and whatever, and then clicked confirm, and it's taken me to this page here. Okay, so there's the device. It's still in its packet, but I have been able to register it, and it's accepted the number on the side of the device. So good shout, Matthew, one of my viewers, who commented saying to read the device through the packaging. I haven't taken this out of the packet yet, I've not even plugged it in, but we're in and we're set up, ready to sort of plug it in and read some data. And I'm happy that this is genuine now. The app has accepted the device, or accepted the device code. The next step really is to plug it in, and if that works I'll breathe a sigh of relief, because until we actually read data from the car, I'm not going to be totally convinced that this is a genuine device. So just before we plug it in, let's just have a look and see what we've got here. We've got, I think, yeah, it looks like different pages, but I think these are like adverts or something up here. I don't know, just showing other devices that they sell. If we click Diagnostics, okay, so don't know what that is. Demo, EOBT, not sure. The thing I need to be careful of is I haven't actually told it yet that this is a Freelander 2. Now you get one free vehicle pack. If we have a look here somewhere, somewhere here, it says here, if I can focus that or not, but it says one make only, one free series of vehicle with initial purchase. And if you want to use it on any other vehicles, you have to pay more. I think it's about $20, whatever that is in pounds, £15 for an additional vehicle pack. So I need to be a bit careful that I don't sort of get this in the wrong mode or somehow set it for the wrong vehicle. So let's just have a quick look here. Service, nothing. History, nothing. Repair reports, nothing. Okay, so yeah, not really sure what I do next actually. Me. Not really sure what I do next. Me is just the account information. Mail. Don't know what this is. So it's like emails or something. Who knows? I don't know. There's all sorts of kind of makes of car here, like Bentley, Bugatti. It says get it for free. So I think this is asking me. This doesn't say mail. It says mall. Mall, as in shopping mall, shopping centre as we call them in Britain. So mall, I guess, is the place where you go to buy the vehicle packs. I read that as mail. It looked like mail down there. It's my eyes. So okay. So I guess what I have to do here is scroll through and see if I can see Land Rover Freelander 2, Lamborghini, Land Rover. Okay, so it doesn't have Freelander 2, it's got Land Rover, so maybe that pack does all Land Rovers. Obviously the old ones don't have any kind of computerized diagnostic stuff, but just out of interest, just gonna look, see if it's got Range Rover as a separate thing. No, it hasn't. Okay, so Land Rover must do Range Rover as well, so it's all the Land Rover models including the Range Rover series. So Evoque, Vogue, Range Rover Sport, Land Rover Discovery, Freelander, Discovery Sport, Freelander 1, Freelander 2, all come under Land Rover here. So I'm going to click that. Well, it says $21.99 and then it says get it for free. So what does this say? Size? Size and expiry date, they didn't do anything. Right, get it for free. Do you want to get this vehicle software package? Okay. Claim succeeded. You have successfully received the vehicle software for this model. Okay, I hope I bought the right thing. Okay. It says acquire. Do I need to download it over Wi-Fi? Okay, acquire. Ah, there we go. We've got a progress bar now. Okay, 1%. Alright, this is going to take a little bit of time. So I'm outside at the moment, so my Wi-Fi is going to be a little bit weak. So I will stop filming, let that download the Land Rover pack, and then I'll resume. Meanwhile, I'll take this out of the packet. Right, so this data pack thing has downloaded now for Land Rover. It's got version 2, expiry date infinity, so it's not going to expire. And I cut open this horrible plastic packaging and removed the device. There we go. There's our standard ODB2 connector, which you find underneath the steering wheel on most modern cars. So a quick look here. 12 volts, 0.1 amps, maxi AP, and there's our barcode there. So, what now? Probably going to plug it in, I think. Although it doesn't kind of like say plug it in. What do I do here? So we've got Diagnostics, Land Rover. I think these two, they give you, there's a demo one. Maybe that shows you how to use it. I'm just going to click Land Rover. App is required for the use. Very strange here. So you've got Land Rover. I'm guessing you go into Diagnostics, click Land Rover to use the Land Rover Diagnostics, and it says app is required for the use of diagnostic software for this vehicle. Go to App Store to require the app. Well, I'm in the app at the moment. What the hell? I don't know. I think I'm just going to have to plug this in. It's not as easy to use, and it's not as user friendly as I thought it was going to be. There's some kind of VCI thing up there with a kind of red cross on it. I don't know what that means, but what I was really hoping would be there would be a button that, you know, you click it and it then sort of talks you through what you have to do. I think the best thing is if I just plug this in and we'll just see if the app notices that the device has been plugged in. There doesn't seem to be any kind of like wizard or, you know, sort of step-by-step instructions or anything on what to do. So as per usual, I'm just figuring it out for myself. So right, so here's something here, wireless Bluetooth. Right, so I've got the app, wireless Bluetooth, plug it in, compatible with US, Asian, European 1996 onwards vehicles. Yep, okay, right. Doesn't actually tell us really how to use it, just kind of says what it can do. So I'm going to plug this in. I'm going to go and plug it in and we'll see what happens. Right, okay, so there's the app still kind of sitting there. Right, okay, where is that socket? Oh my god. Right, there it is. Oh, right, it's in. There's a green light on it. Don't know if you can see that. A green light. Nothing at all has happened on the app. Now, I was kind of thought I'd probably have to put the key in the ignition. Okay. Certainly with my old code reader, I had to put the key in the ignition. So what I'll do is I'll stick that there. Right. Let's just try that again. Diagnostics, Land Rover. App is required for use of diagnostics for this vehicle. I don't know what it is on about there. I mean, I've got the app and I'm in the app. Does it need another app, maybe? Go to App Store to acquire the app. Okay. Right. Right. Here we go. Some other app here. Diag Europe, Autel, right, okay, so it's written by Autel. So there's another app that you need. Okay. Doesn't really make it very clear. So, okay, right, let's get that. Oh, come on. I'm trying to do this. Right, we've got the Face ID. Right, so that is downloading that app now. Okay, I'll give that a moment to download. That's going to take a bit of time. And I'll stop. Okay, so the other app has downloaded and I'm back in the original app because I'm not sure which app I'm supposed to run now. So I just came back to where I was before, and when I click the Land Rover thing now, it popped up a message saying, oh, you need to enable Bluetooth for the device. So I went into my settings and my Bluetooth devices, and in the list was a device with a very cryptic name that began with AP200 or AP2 or something like that. It was a device I didn't recognize. It wasn't my car hands-free. It wasn't my GoPro, which I'm holding now. It wasn't my MacBook. It was something that I've never seen before. So I clicked allow for that, and then it popped up and said AP200 paired. Okay, so it said it paired, and then so I went back into this and I clicked it again, and this time it didn't show the Bluetooth message. It has shown this message saying note new VCI version detected. Now I'm guessing that's like a software upgrade or something like that. It's not giving me any other options but to click update. Okay, so something's going on in the background. I can see something going on behind, not connected. Oh no, God, I was just about to touch it then and it started counting up. So, okay, so it's doing something. This is not quite plug and play, bit of a process actually. So I'm going to go through it and film it so that you guys don't have to figure it out. Well, it's sitting there at 100%, but I'm not going to touch it. I don't know, maybe that's the download progress and now it's actually installing. I'm going to pause the filming, let this figure itself out. Right, so it sat at 100% for ages and nothing was responding. The app was kind of jammed, couldn't click anything. I tried closing and reopening the app and it just came back the same, so I've just sort of swiped up to kill the app, and then I restarted it, and now it's got back to this screen here. So let's just try this again. It still says version 2. I don't know what it's doing. It's let's just click. Ah, we're going round in a loop now. Now we're back to Bluetooth settings. Oh, goodness me. Right, I've gone back into the Bluetooth settings, and at first it wouldn't connect. Tried and tried and tried, it just wouldn't connect. I unplugged the device and plugged it back in, tried the pairing again, and this time it said connected. Ah, now we're back to Bluetooth. This is tedious. Absolutely tedious. I've been wrestling with this for nearly an hour now, and I haven't even got it to read anything from the car. At the moment, I'm not very impressed because I just don't know what I'm doing with this. And go back in the Bluetooth. It says, "Come on, Land Rover." Click now that's interesting. Right, so I've just gone back to the original app and I've just clicked service, and it's now come up with a load of things here. Didn't have that before. Right, history, no data. Service. Diagnostics. Repair reports. No, nothing. But when I go to service, I didn't get this list before. I wonder if it is starting to communicate. Trouble is, I don't need to reset any of these things. It has got the battery monitoring system, which is interesting. We'll try resetting that another day. I don't really need to do it right at the moment. We've got, what have we got here? So oil resets, that's the service indicator. Right, illuminated oil service lamp. I mean, this is surely this is the oil pressure, isn't it? I mean, on this car, the service indicator comes up saying service required as text. It doesn't light this oil can light, which if I saw that, I would think there's low oil. Electronic parking brake, I haven't got one of those. Tyre monitoring, tyre pressure monitoring system, I don't have one of those. BMS, battery monitoring system, I do have one of those. Brake bleed. So, okay, DPF, I don't have one of those. IMO keys, I'm guessing it's like immobilizer or something like that. The vehicle cannot be operated normally unless the remote key is identified. So maybe you can program up new keys or something. Injector to achieve an effective fuel injection start point. Okay, steering angle sensor suspension. I'm kind of adjusting the body height. I think that's if you've got air suspension, like on a Discovery. Throttle. Some people have told me you're meant to calibrate the throttle body if you change it. Never bothered. It works fine. But if I was to calibrate it, that's probably that. Wind DR roof. Anti-pinch function fails on the windows. Seats, odometer. Right, the original mileage. Okay, so if you change the ECU, you need to update the mileage. That's interesting. Headlamp. Change tyre size. Now that is interesting. Change tyre size because I have fitted bigger tyres. So yeah, I'll be very interested to know what can be done with that. So let's just try this diagnostics thing again. Yeah, it's just doesn't really seem to work. I want to read the codes. That's what I want to read. What is this button here? History, diagnostics. No, nothing. Well, so far I've seen various reset features, but no data and no fault codes. So let's look at the Bluetooth again. What I might do is do a I could probably do a disconnect. There's also forget this device. Is that disconnected? No, it still says connected. Right, come on. Right, forget this device. Right, you see it's come up down here. Now just to prove this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the... Come on, pull it out, right? So pull it out and we'll just see if that device disappears, because this will tell us which Bluetooth device is this. Okay. Right, it's gone. Took a while, but it went. Okay. Okay, so when I plug this back in, I'm hoping that that device will reappear. Right, there it is. Plug back in. Alright, there it is. It's come back. So that is it. Bluetooth pairing request. The AP, whatever it's called, would like to pair with your iPhone. Pair. Come on. Right, connection unsuccessful. Make sure AP whatever it's called is turned on and in range. Well, it's plugged in, it's got a light on it. I don't think I have to put the key in the ignition, surely. I don't know. It didn't say anything about turning on the ignition. I suppose I could try that. It's just like turn all this stuff on. I mean, it will give. Right, let's just try that again. No different. Well, okay, I'm very, very close to giving up with this. Right, forget this device. Right, I mean, what I can do is move the phone closer to it. Bluetooth, I mean, it said something like it's got a 30-meter range. So, there it is, it's there, it's got a green light on. So, right, come on. I'll just like hold it really close. No, it just won't connect up. So I'm doing something wrong. Either that or the device is a dodgy import that doesn't work. I shall be annoyed if it is, because I mean the barcode read and it was accepted by the app and everything, so I just don't know what I'm doing wrong here, and it can't pair up. So maybe I need the engine running or something. Maybe the engine needs to be running to give it more voltage. I don't know. So what I'm going to do is abandon that, plug the device, and that'll be it for today. And tomorrow I'll try again. Right, here we go again. It says it's connected. Open the app. Now that's interesting, we've got a green tick up there now. That little VCI thing up there is a green tick. Now I'm not put the ignition on yet. So that, oh, right, I think it's working. We didn't get to this page before. So this is, I must have tried it about 50 times. Connect the Bluetooth, go in, pick Land Rover, and it just said Bluetooth's not connected. And I don't know what I've done differently this time, but it seems to finally be working. The Bluetooth is connected, and then the app has got this green tick. That's what you're looking for, a green tick on the VCI. I don't know if that's a button. Okay, so manual. Right, here we go, Freelander. Right. So I think it's that's not automatic manual for gearbox. This here is saying, I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if that's focusing or not. I'm using my GoPro. I don't know how I focus the display. That says automatic selection or manual selection. At first I thought that was automatic gearbox and manual gearbox, but it's not. It's choosing the model of Land Rover. So, well, I mean it's a Freelander. It's Freelander 2. Should we go automatic and just see what it? It wants the VIN number. No, I haven't got that to hand. Manual selection, Freelander. Right, here we go. Yeah, right, so mine's 2009. It is a diesel 4-cylinder. Freelander, 2007 to 2010. Diesel. there's L4, I think it's I4, inline 4. Yes, save, or no. Yes, I suppose. Communicating. Establishing vehicle communication. Now this is interesting. The ignition's not on. I tried everything earlier. I spent about an hour earlier trying ignition on, engine on, Bluetooth, connected, not connected, reconnected, turn off Bluetooth, pull out the device, restart my phone, put the device back in, turn Bluetooth back on, reconnect it. I spoke to a friend earlier, and he said that he's used a similar device. It wasn't the exact same model, but similar device on a Volkswagen, and it took him several days to get his connected. And what he found was he had to turn off all his other Bluetooth devices, so things like the hands-free was basically swamping the Bluetooth signal and just getting in the way, really. So turn all of those off, get rid of any other odd devices that are trying to kind of pair up, other devices that the Bluetooth scanning has found, and only when he did all that and held his phone quite close to the device did it connect and then work. Looks like I've been through a very, very similar process with this one. So I don't know what it's doing. It says information system data loading. I wonder if that's downloading data for the Freelander 2. If it's reading data from the module, it's certainly taking its time. Let's have a look. We've got a solid blue LED. It says it's meant to flash blue when it's actually reading data. So yeah, that is not flashing. So come on. Just got this kind of thing here. Information. If any of you watching this know how to focus a GoPro, let me know. Because this is, oh, here we go. Right, okay, right. Diagnosis and vehicle profile. Well, let's see, diagnosis. Auto scan or control unit, I have no idea. Let's do an auto scan. Oh, what's this? Oh, powertrain. Okay, powertrain control module, and it says scanning, so I'm guessing it scans through each of the computers on board the car one at a time and looks for any problems. Well, this little green bar up here looks like a bar graph that's going up. It is increasing. It is going up. Oh, we're now on transmission control module. We were on powertrain module earlier. It's odd. It still says 1. But the green bar is going up slowly, so I will let it do its thing. Right, this could take some time, so I'm just going to pause filming, let this do its full scan, and then I'll stop. Okay, so about 5 minutes has passed and it's still scanning, 22% done. Don't know if that's going to focus. If you can see that, it's 22% done. It's shown various modules as sort of number 1 on the list. There was I don't know, restraint module, powertrain, gearbox or whatever it was, transmission, control, various things came up, and now we've got 2 items on the list: instrument cluster control module and body control module. Oh dear, what's that? Now that's interesting. Body control module is saying fault 34 faults, maybe? I don't know. I don't know what the body control module does. Maybe that's like security and door locks and stuff. Who knows? The all-terrain control module is now scanning. 26%. I've just looked at this. The blue LED was flickering. It's on solid now, but it was blinking slightly a moment ago. There we go. There. So it flickers slightly. That's what it does when it's talking. Right, where are we up to? Oh my god, rear differential control, steering, angle, sensor module. I had no idea there were so many modules on this car. Kind of just thought the ECU just did everything. Okay, well, it's 41% done. It's been running for about 10 minutes now, so nothing happens in a hurry. I'll pause the filming again and right, here we are. It's still going. This is it's 89% and it's been scanning now for almost half an hour. We've got 10 different modules, and quite worryingly only one of them is showing no faults, and that's the heating, ventilation and air conditioning module. It's pass, no faults. Everything else has got loads of faults by the looks. We've got 34 faults with the body control module, 5 with the driver's door module, and the rest have got between 4 and 8 faults each. So yeah, amazing really, when my other code reader, my MaxiScan eBay special code reader, found no faults at all, and then this module has found lots and lots. So we're just going to let this last module scan. It's 96% now, and then I'm hoping it will allow us to go into each of these modules and see what the faults are. And then what I'd like to do then is erase all of the faults and allow the car to build up new faults. I'll check it again in a few weeks and just see what it's reported. There's so many faults listed here. I think these are all the faults that have ever happened with the car. Right, it says 100%. There we go. Right, 100%, we're done. So I'm going to go through these one by one. So the top one, instrument cluster, just, it doesn't say pass, but it doesn't say fault either. So right, what do I do? Come on. I was hoping that it would give me more info, but it says establishing communication. Oh, come on. And there's no cancel. There's no option of getting out of that. Let me just see if I can click on something else. No, that's it. Okay. Well, yeah. Oh, here we go. Right, function. Oh no, come on. Read codes. I've just read the codes. Right, here we go. Right, body control module. Come on. I don't know what it's doing now. How do I get in to find out what the faults are? Maybe I'll put report. No. Well, it says there's faults, but here we go. Right. Oh. So you click on each one and it then tries to communicate and read some more. That's a bit annoying. It's just spent half an hour reading the codes and it can't show them to me. Well, at least it's scanning. At least it's reading something. I just want to know what these faults are. If I was at the side of the road, broken down, and I had to spend an hour waiting for this thing to read the codes, it would be probably quicker just to call the breakdown. Right. It's got read codes here, but I've read the codes already. What is it doing? Okay, I think I'm finally getting the hang of this, although it seems to be very, very intermittent. What I'm going to do is just run through what I did earlier that got it talking. Okay, so turn on the ignition. Right, ignition on. Plug in the device. Okay, the ignition is on, the device is in. We've got a pairing request has now come up. Click that and we see not connected. But my Land Rover Freelander to hands-free has connected. So what I'm going to do is disconnect that, because I believe that that was swamping the Bluetooth airwaves and generally causing a problem. So let's try and connect to the Autel. Doesn't want to connect. Okay, let me move it a bit closer. Move it really close. There we go, it's got it now. Right, and then this box comes up saying Maxi AP200 would like to communicate with the Autel VCI. That's what you're looking for. Click allow, it takes you into the app, and we've now got the green tick up in the top on the VCI. We then click this and it takes us to this page. Okay, I think at this point you can move the phone a little bit further away, but to get it to pair you have to have it really close. Okay, so we can now do a scan, right? So you have to pick your vehicle again. You do your scan. Now earlier on when I did a scan, it listed loads and loads of fault. It said there were a lot of faults found, but I couldn't read the codes. I couldn't see what those faults were. What I've realised now is that we need to go into the history. So after you've done your scan, you go to history. It then says Freelander 2 DTC count. I'm guessing that's an error count 75 errors. So we can now click and we can finally see what these errors are. So there's all sorts of things listed here: stop lamp control module, steering column locks, speed control switch, position lamps, driver's door, rear fog lamp, pretty much every single bulb and lamp on the car, even the number plate illumination lamp. Lost communication on the audio, passenger door, courtesy lamp. I think every time a bulb blows it logs a code here, you see. It's just tons and tons and tons of errors. So these all say historic, so these could have been years ago. So what I need to do is clear that somehow. No, I don't think we just delete. This is the report. I don't want to delete the report. So I'll go in here. think it's now trying to do another diagnostics thing here. Right, so when we get to this automatic manual selection, if I click this little data recording in progress, oh dear, oh, I don't know what it's doing now. Please tell me we haven't got to scan it all over again. I've got a feeling it's going to do another scan. I want to try to clear those errors. Right. Once under vehicle profile. Oh, there we go. Lots of information about my car. That's useful. That's quite good. Diagnosis. Auto scan. Control. Unit. Okay, so we can see all the different things here. I mean, what I'm not seeing is anything about engine data. There's nothing about boost and temperature and things like that. I don't know how I get to that side of it, but if I go into any one of these, like driver's door module, okay, so here it allows me to erase the codes. Ignition on, engine off, yeah. Erase codes. Are you sure? Yes. Okay, so I'm erasing the some codes. I don't know if it's just the door module codes. I think you've got to go into each of these modules one by one and delete the codes from each one. Oh, live data. Maybe this is how we get at the live data. I mean, the engine isn't running at the moment, so... Oh, there we go. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, so it does give you some helpful hints. Okay, right. So that's interesting. We've got a load of stuff here. Glow plug, relay off, water in fuel, false, oil pressure, mass, airflow sensor, engine coolant temperature sensor. Oh, this is really good. This is what I was after. Air intake sensor voltage. Well, I'm gonna try and start the engine now and see if any of that changes. Look at it. Look, it's changing. It's changing. That's brilliant. Finally, I've got the data that I wanted. Engine speed, battery voltage, air intake voltage. Fan duty cycle, engine coolant, exhaust gas, recirculation valve, position sensor. The only thing I'm not seeing is boost, but it's probably not boost. It will be the manifold absolute pressure, but I'm not seeing that. So here it says air conditioning request. True. If I turn off the aircon, see if that goes. It goes false. There you go. It changed before our eyes. Amazing. Right. Okay. But this is really good. Right. Okay. So. Okay. So what else have we got? Transmission control, ABS, headlamp control. A lot of these are to do with lighting and entertainment and things like that. But let's just have a look at transmission control and just see if it gives us any real-time data. What's this? Unable to communicate with the control module. Okay. So what I want to try and do is erase the... Right, it says to turn off the engine. Turn off the engine. Right, but ignition on. Ignition on, erase codes. Yes. Okay, so I'm erasing the codes for the engine. So this will cover things like the throttle position, throttle body position, and crank sensor and things like that. Codes have been erased. Okay, so I won't bother rereading codes, there shouldn't be any. So ECU information. Right, that's just a lot of stuff like serial numbers and things about the ECU. Okay, fine. Live data. So okay, so that's good. I've now found out how to get the codes, how to clear the codes, and how to get the live data. So I'm going to end this video now. I've shown how to get this module connected up. It was a long, hard struggle. I'm a bit unsure about whether or not I recommend this module at the moment. I was expecting it to be a lot more user-friendly and a lot easier to get up and running. It's taken me nearly 2 days of wrestling with it to get it to actually read the codes and display them on the screen. So now I've found out how to get the codes, how to clear the codes, and how to get the live data. That's really all I'm after at the moment. I will continue to play with this and try and find out how to do other things with it, how to reset things like the battery monitoring system and things like that. And I'm also interested in the tyre size calibration settings, because I have fitted bigger tyres. It would be nice to be able to edit that somehow. So there it is. That's it. That's it for now. I'm going to turn off this, unplug the unit. Right, there it is. Okay, and yeah, we'll close this down, and then tomorrow I will have a bit of a more thorough look through the various bits of data and the options available. Right, okay, that is it. That is it for now. I might do another video soon once I've really mastered this, but at least I've got it to show what I wanted to show. Let me know in the comments how you get on. If you've bought one of these Autel devices, was it easier or more difficult to get yours working? Am I doing something wrong? Maybe I'm missing something. Got there in the end. Long, hard struggle. And I'll let you know more in the near future about the other things that I've managed to do with this. The good news is it works. It hasn't fried my car, and I'm getting some fault codes out of it, which was all I really wanted to achieve. Good, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video.